person once said that the best hamburgers are made with the softest of buns. Of course, that has nothing to do with this story, but I sure like that saying.
You know, Gosho, it's not fair. A chap like old Daring Deeds does a lot of silliness, and he's remembered forever. But a perfectly decent monarch like yours truly will soon be forgotten.
Oh, that's not true, Your Majesty.
From my youth, all I wanted was to be recognized, to be remembered, to be a legend. A legend? Is that too much to ask?
Oh, but Your Majesty, no one becomes a legend in his own lifetime. As far as I know, they must first be dead.
You amaze me, Gosho. You know about everything. Now, what exactly is this dead?
Oh, well, to be honest, Your Majesty, I'm not really sure. I've never known it to happen in Starland, and I'm not even sure it's possible.
Well, in that case, Gosho, I intend to pass a law making it possible to die in Starland, at least for the king.
Oh, no. It might be wise, Your Majesty, to consider this more carefully.
I have considered, and after my funeral, I'll be a legend. Many thanks, Gosho. I always enjoy our little chats.
Now he's planning a splendid state funeral, based on some book they found, Public Ceremonies, Ancient and Modern.
But that's silly. Being dead isn't the same as being famous, is it? So how does it work, Gosho?
Well, it's more or less when the spirit goes wandering from the body. Well, something like that.
Still, I just love to see how anyone, even a king, can do such a thing.
Raise more taxes. Increase taxation. We are not amused. We are not amused. Fie, scurry knave.
What are you doing, Princess Vega?
Come, fellow. You may approach your sovereign, but with due respect. Bow slightly, move slowly, stare at the ground. Do not look at the monarch.
But Vega, you're not the monarch.
But I soon may be Daddy's stand-in when he's busy being a legend. See? This is his funeral music.
Excellent rehearsal. Take 5, boys. I must attend to a few other things.
That pleases us. Quite charming. It is both fashionable and mysterious.
On such a grand occasion, let me see. Yes, white flowers may be mixed with red.
Oh, wonderful people of Starland, it is with great pleasure that I announce my death today. King Humbleton Humblepie III was one of a kind. With him, greatness was not an add-on, like a nice tie or marmalade spread on the last bit of toast when you finish your egg.
It's me, gentlefolk, your old pal Grizzle, ticket agent for the royal funeral. Get your tickets now. View the gala spectacle from prime window seats. Ground floor windows, half price.
When is the king's funeral, Gretchen?
When his spirit goes wandering, of course. What a question.
But what is it, the spirit?
Well, you see, I got a sensuous, alluring spirit. But you have a curious spirit, because you're such a little busybody.
Altair's curiosity about death continued, filling him full of questions.
Your Majesty, we're all looking forward to it.
Yes, very kind.
First-class idea. Should have done it years ago.
Thank you.
Best of luck, Your Majesty.
Hope you can all be there.
So, he went to Gosho looking for answers.
Okay, so the spirit leaves the body. But what I want to find out is, how do you know that it's gone?
That's a good question, Altair.
Gretchen says the important things about you tell what kind of spirit you have.
Yes, and how does that help us?
Well, the king loves laughing, doesn't he?
Yes.
So I think he has a laughing spirit.
That's probably true.
So if the king hears Mr. Horse tell a joke and he doesn't laugh, then a spirit is probably gone wandering.
Good boy, Altair. I think you've just found us a solution. OK, Mr. Horse. Better start warming up all those jokes about showbiz legends.
Surely, Mom, you would not deny the wishes of a man who is almost a legend.
Maybe not. But I am holding you responsible, Gosho. That four-legged person should not be in the royal apartments.
Welcome, my old friend.
An important question. Where have our most legendary kings been crowned? On their heads! Who is the most famous ghost detective? Sherlock Holmes!
At this time, I believe we have proof positive that our king is alive. So, Your Majesty, to release the spirit, you must stop laughing. Understood? You might also, close your eyes.
You know you're the toast of the town, Your Majesty, when everyone starts to butter you up. Get it? Butter?
Oh, very droll.
What should a great king do when he comes to the throne? Sit down.
Suddenly, the king fell silent.
Why is the monarch's story like a fruitcake? 'Cause it's full of dates.
Oh, well done, Your Majesty. Well done.
We had our differences, Hamilton and I, but I always knew I could guide him to greatness.
Did I hear him snore, Gosho?
Now with the king gone, more or less, only his snoring remained.
Wake up, Humbleton, wake up. You passed away yesterday. It's a splendid day for a funeral. Put on these robes.
Naturally, the king's passing was something he wanted to be properly dressed for. So he put on his best robes, went into the next room, and laid down. Outside, the people waved and cheered at the king's passing because he was alive. And they became so confused, they didn't know what the heck was going on. Just like me.
Doesn't His Majesty look well?
So contented, you hardly think the spirit was gone.
As before, the king waved, the band played, the crowd yayed, and Mr. Horse neighed. And Grizzle, the jerk, sold pennants for 3 monies a pop.
Oh no, is it coming around again?
As I was saying, the king waved, the crowd yawned, and the band played on and on and on and on.
What's going on? My customers are getting restless. When they buy tickets, they expect something to happen.
I don't know what's happening. Well, here it comes again.
I'll have to go home soon.
Oh, this can't do His Majesty any good.
No, we've got to think of a way to end it.
I miss him already, Altair. Let's face it, he was the only one who laughed at my jokes.
It's true, Mr. Horse, and I think that out of respect, you should tell the king's favorite joke one last time.
You know, Altair, I think you're right. As a final fitting tribute.
Stand back. This is a state occasion, not a moment for frivolity.
The doctor examined his patient and says, "Ever been troubled by appendicitis?"
Have they no respect? This is an outrage.
And the patient replies, "Only when I've tried to spell it."
Only when I...
The spirit is still with him. The king is alive. Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live the king!
Long live the king! Long live
Thank you, thank you. Oh, what a joy to be a legend at last.
You call that a funeral. It was just a procession, not worth a bean.
We want our money back. We want our money
What ingrates? You heard the joke. You saw the king come back to life? It was a miracle. I should have charged you double.
We want our money back. We want our money back. We want our money back.
I'm glad you did that joke thing, Altair. I don't mind waiting to be queen.
Phew! Ow! No wonder I was so uncomfortable.
It was I who put it there, dearest. Just so you'd have something to remind you of me forever.
Why, Sweetness Pie, that is the most romantic thing I've ever heard.
The king must be very grateful to you, Altair. By returning to the land of the living at his own funeral, he's guaranteed to be remembered forever.
Yes! And he can live happily ever after.